Alright, we're going to make this quick. This is Module 3, Review. And the first thing we're going to do is find the graph that has a slope of -2. A slope of -2 means it's going to go downhill, not uphill. So immediately we can eliminate K. And then we're going to check the slopes of the rest of these. So look, here's N. We pick any 2 points. Any 2 points will work. I'm going to pick these two. Start at the lower point, go up 1, 2, 3, 4. That's +4, and I'm going to run -1. So +4 over -1 gives us a slope of -4. So N is not it. Then it says let's try L. Okay, any 2 points. Let's see. Let's pick 2 points on L that are out of the way. Let's pick these 2 points up here. So I'm going to rise up +2 and run to the left -2, starting at the lower point. So I went up +2 and I came down, or I went to the left -2, so the slope would be -1. So we know it's not L. Hopefully it's M. Let's find 2 points on M where it's not so crowded. How about these 2 points? We're going to go start at the lower point, go up +2 and back -1. Up +2 and back -1 gives us a slope of -2, so the answer is M. Now, what is the slope of line K? Well, here's line K. It's going uphill. I know my slope's going to be positive. Let's pick these 2 points up here that are kind of out of the way. I'm going to start at my lower point. I'm going to rise 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to run +1, +2. My rise was 3, my run was 2. This can't be simplified. The slope of line K is 3 over 2. And if you think about it, if we start here and we go up 3 over 2, there's the next point. Up 3 over 2, there's another point. Up 3 over 2, there's another point. Up 3 over 2, there's another point. Okay, use the graph below for questions 3 and 4. So I see I have weeks on the x-axis and I have money on the y-axis. Aylin, or Eileen, receives the same amount of money each week for allowance. Go up to the top. Number 3 says, complete the table to display the data shown on the graph. Okay, here's the data, here's the graph, here's the data down here. So I have to figure out what these ordered pairs are. So x is 1, y is 20, 1, 20. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to put x is 1. Let's see, weeks is on the x-axis, so x is 1, and y is on the y-axis. Money's on the y-axis, so that's 20. Go back down here. My next ordered pair is 360. 3, 60. My next ordered pair is 4, 80. 4, 80. Now remember, we're not doing slope right now. We're just finding the x and y coordinates of each distinct point. And lastly, this point here has x and y coordinates of 6, 120. 6, 120. So let's see, I have 120 already. Then I have 360, 480, and 6, 120 that I'm going to fill in on my chart. So there's the data from the graph. Now the next question says, find the constant of proportionality and write an equation for the relationship. Constant of proportionality is the ratio of y over x. So that's going to be 20 over 1, 60 over 3, 80 over 4, and 120 over 6. Are these equivalent ratios? Yes, they are. Every single one of these is equivalent to 20. Every single one is equivalent to 20. So our constant of proportionality is 20. Now let's go down to this right here. What does the constant of proportionality represent? If they change by 20 every single time, what does that mean? If these are weeks and this is money, that means every time it's 1 week, I go up $20 more. 2 weeks would take me to $40. 3 weeks would take me to $60. 4 weeks to $80. 5 weeks to $100. So I'm changing by 20 every week. So the constant of proportionality represents her allowance, which is $20 per week. And what's the equation? Remember, when we write an equation for a proportional relationship, it's y equals the constant times x, and in this case the constant of proportionality is k, so we're going to put y equals 20x. Alright, now we have a graph here, and number 5 says, using the graph above, draw a line through the origin that has a slope of negative 2/3. So first I'm going to put my point on the origin. Now I need a slope of negative 2/3. So let's think about this for a second. Negative 2/3. I know it's going to go downhill because it's negative. Now remember, yesterday we talked about this. Negative 2/3 can either be written like this, or it can be written like this, because a negative divided by a positive gives us a negative, and a positive divided by a negative gives us a negative. So we can graph our slope rise negative 2, run 3, or rise positive 2 and run negative 3. So let's start with this one. If we rise negative 2 and run positive 3, we're going to rise negative 2 going down, run positive 1, 2, 3, rise again negative 2, run positive 1, 2, 3. I got a straight line, but let's go back to the origin and use rise of positive 2 and run of negative 3. Rise of positive 2 and run of negative 3 gives us the same exact straight line. If I connect all those points, I got a straight line going on there, don't I? And that's my graph. I would just connect those points and I got my graph. Okay, I'm going to stop there and go on to another video.